on the past, what I want you to do is take a second, type in the chat bar. Hey, Mr. Dwayne Wood, type in the chat bar for me. What has been a big takeaway already for you? What's been a big takeaway already for you? Give me your big takeaway. Model and master. 20x yourself, 100%. Fucking late. Okay, that's good. That's your takeaway. That's awesome. Old thought must die in order to grow. Nice job, Tyrone. Yes. Watch the expert. Yeah. Watch, model, master. Model and master. Old thought must die. Old thought has to die for new. Okay, great. Good students, everybody. Good students. All right. So let's talk about the past right now. Let's talk about the past right now. Okay. So write this down. Our past influences our present. Our past influences our present. Okay. If we look at the model here, we have this. Draw a triangle. Our beliefs. And as you figured out, if you haven't been on a lot of my trainings, you know you got to have pen and paper, because if you just sit here and listen, you're going to have a great time, but you're not going to have a blueprint. The goal is to leave with a blueprint here. So we have our beliefs, right? And with our beliefs, everybody, we have what we hear from others. What we hear from others. Now, with that, we have this second part, right? And it's the evidence right here, this part, the evidence we see in our life and others' lives. It's the evidence that we see. And all of that creates the emotions that we attach to these experiences. This is the past for us, right? So what we hear from others, I want you to think as a child. First, when you were a child, your parents, there was a transition where they told you, well, first off, you guys tell me, what did your dad or mom tell you you could become when you're older? What did they tell you? Type in the chat. Did they say a fireman, the president? I'm pretty sure when you were 3 or 4, your parents, your guardians, your grandparents didn't say, you're definitely going to grow up to be a loser, right? They didn't say that. So what did they say? Electrical? Okay, Dwayne, a business person, anything I actually wanted, which has driven you? Yeah. And then, but what did they say you would become when you were 14 or 15? Reflect back on that time. What did they start to say then? You're going to be clearly a jobless person that plays video games, or what did they tell you? What did they start to tell you then? Type in the chat bar. Think about it. Did they come in and say, you could be anything, or did the story change? And as it changed, you started to hear things different from others, right? And the teacher in the school, what did you hear from them? Somebody tell me in the chat bar, what did your teachers say to you? Did they say you could become anything, follow your dreams? Or did they say, no, you're not going to be an artist. You don't draw good. You're not going to be that. You just don't have the grades. Like, how did they start to do this? And then what happens is this sets a set of emotions attached. Oh, that feels good. That doesn't feel good. I like what my mom said. I don't like what my mom said. And then we see the evidence in our life. And we have beliefs around everything. Okay? We have beliefs around everything. I always use the example of money beliefs. Look at one of the biggest money beliefs that you may think that you don't believe, but I want you to write this down. It's not what you believe, it's what you've been programmed with. Write that down, everybody. It's not what you believe, it's what you're programmed with. When you were a kid, most people, not all, they picked up money off the ground and their parents said, oh, that's a quarter. Now go wash your hands. Money is dirty. Now, if you understand how beliefs work and how these things create results, if you write down in your brain, money is dirty, do you think your brain goes, hey, go find a lot of money and money is easy and money is abundant, or money's dirty, don't give it to them? Because your brain is just a protective tool. Your belief system's like, whoa, don't give him no money, he'll be dirty. Look, Dwayne says, rich people are crooks. Well, don't give them money, because if you get a lot of money, you'll be a crook. And this is the foundation of our beliefs, okay? This is what we live in. And if we want to change our life in the present, we have to create a new belief by changing these things, by changing all of these things. If this makes sense, can you type in "make sense" in the chat bar? And tell me what part is resonating with you. Now, at this point, there's a couple things happening for you. Some of you are really fucking excited right now. You are. And if curse words bother you, just pray for me later. I promise you I'm fine. Change the word, okay? But some of you are really fucking excited because you're like, I'm in. I know what has been happening. Now you're going to be on a quest to solve, to change, to make bigger moves, because you know, some of you are like, man, you really messed me up tonight. You don't know my childhood. It's going to take me 10 lives to fix this. And some of you are just confused because you're like, whoa, what is this? Does this tattoo guy really know? Does he not know? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't know everything, but I know some things, and I know them really, really well because I didn't read it. I lived it. Just like you guys have lived your experiences in life, I lived through this. And I know what it's like to live with the beliefs that keep you stuck and change the beliefs that change everything. Everything. I'll give you a quick belief change that I went through. It's recently, and I had to be very conscious about it. I ended up getting the friendly COVID thing. I'm sure like some of you experienced October 1st. And the first thing I did when I got it and knew I had it, I said, okay, let's go. We're going to experience this. Let's just experience it. I didn't love it and I didn't hate it. I wasn't mad at it and I wasn't happy at it. I just said this, okay, I got it. Let me experience it. Because what I didn't want to do was attach the belief system of good or bad to it. I didn't want it. I just wanted it neutral. Now, you don't have to answer here, but you tell me this. For those people that you know that ended up getting COVID, were they looked at as very good and healthy people or dirty people in some sense? Like, you're dirty. Like, you caught it. You must have done dirty things. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat bar. Yeah, dirty. You got to be dirty. You must have not followed the rules. You must have not. Well, I mean, is it possibility I did do all the rules and just ended up getting it? Right? This is all the framing. Now watch this. Ready, everybody? Let's see what your answers are. And if this is great information, can you type in "great," please, in the chat bar? Because I only want to be delivering to you if it is high value, great information. Okay. When is the past to you? Answer that question. When is the past? Type in. What is it for you? 1 second ago, Terrence, it's gone. It's gone. Here it goes. Ready? Ready's gone. Oh, that's gone. So when we can identify that the past is this huge timeline of just now to beginning of time, now we could start to reflect on a new way, new things, new ways of thinking about things. That's how important